Hey guys, welcome back to Shares Cool Beans. And I know it has been so long. I feel like this is the longest gap I've had in making a video. I'm not so sure. I'm sorry about all the shadows. I'm literally like holding my ring light in front of me because I haven't filmed in a minute. So I've just forgotten how to like set up and stuff. And my room is so messy. So I'm actually sitting on my bed. But I thought I'd just catch you up. In regards to like why I haven't been making videos. I've been posting on Instagram, but just not so much. So I have completed two full terms as an ECT. It is currently the Easter holidays, and after that I'll be going into my final term as like an ECT year one teacher, if that makes sense. Um but yeah, I don't know where to start. Like, I know why I haven't been making videos, but there's just like so many reasons why. So I thought I'd just make you this quick video. By the way, I tried to do that like trend on TikTok where you make your eyebrows straight, like you kind of cut off the arch. I'm not sure how it's working out for me because this eyebrow is always thicker than this one. Like I can never get them equal. I know how they say like eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, but these are looking more like cousins. So I'm gonna have to readjust. But like it's also just lighting as well. So apologies if my eyebrows look weird. Um yeah, I've actually just come back from holiday. I was in Kalea for 5 days with my boyfriend, and we had an absolutely wonderful time. So I do feel like well rested, and I thought, why not make a video? Because I'm still getting DMs and stuff, new followers on Instagram, and I don't think it's fair to like have all these videos beforehand explaining how teaching is and then kind of just ghost, which I have been doing on YouTube, definitely. So let me get into it. So I stopped making videos. One of the reasons why I stopped making videos is because I honestly feel like I've sold my soul to teaching. And I've said that in a couple of videos or posts before, I believe. But as like as time goes on, I'm starting to feel it much more. By the way, I've got a rash on my neck. If you're wondering what that is, I had an allergic reaction in Kalea. I had a rash all over my face, body, everywhere, and it's just clearing up on my neck. Sorry. But yeah, I feel like I sold my soul to teaching. Honestly, it's just like it does feel like too much sometimes. Like, you know, you have the 8 teaching standards. I'm not sure what they all are, to be honest. We should know at this point, but I could not tell you every single one. But I just didn't realize how much you have to abide by them. Obviously, a few of them are really, really, really important. But there's others, just like sort of your professional life, like professionalism and stuff. It's a bit too much for me. I live very close to my school, so I have a lot of students who live on my road. And don't get me wrong, even though I am talking about the whole professionalism aspect, I haven't broken that standard in any way or form. But for me, it feels very hard to conform to that. Um, I would say I'm still quite young. I'm 26. I have had experience working in schools for quite a while now, since I was about, let's say, 21. So this is nothing new to me. But as a teacher, you're just expected to almost be a robot inside school. And it's like, sometimes I feel like with other colleagues, they want you to tell them your outside life as well, like your personal life, in order to sort of fit into the sort of teacher culture. And it's like, if I have to be one way in school, there's no way I'm going to like be telling people about my social life and private life at home. But I feel like this kind of leaks into corporate culture as well. You have to be very, very extroverted, and I'm an introvert. Like during my lunch breaks, I like to just have that whole hour or 15 minutes alone, just to set my head straight, because a lot goes in a classroom. You're constantly switched on, and it's just I need that bit of time to just switch off, go on my phone, and feel human for like an hour or 15 minutes whenever the break is. And I feel like in schools you're constantly expected to just be on it and share everything, share your private life, and like during breaks with other colleagues and stuff. I just I don't want to be a part of that culture. I'm not saying like I'm what's it called? I'm not saying I'm antisocial, but there's only so much I want to share in the workplace. And I feel like sometimes schools make it very hard to do that. And if you don't sort of tell them about your life, you're kind of seen as I don't know, just anti-social, I guess. Um, Another reason why I haven't been filming or anything is I wanted to do a day in a life, week in a life, and all of that, but I'm not the perfect teacher at all. And I feel like sometimes it's a lot of pressure, especially on like TikTok and YouTube, when you see those videos of like the teachers, predominantly female teachers, you know, like all dressed pretty in their ditzy dresses, hair curled, like arriving at school at 7:15 to get the classroom sorted, and like having planning ready at all times. And it's just like I'm still in term 2, and even though I'd say my work life balance is good, I'm not that perfect teacher. And like most days I'm getting in school at like 8:20 with like a hoodie and tracksuit bottoms on, just making it in by the skin of my teeth, ready to teach, because I value my sleep for my mental health. So I do push it. It's like the last minute. And I wish I could be like that, arriving at school at 7:15 to show you all my resources and stuff. But I haven't been like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I have everything sorted and stuff, but I'm the type of girl who likes to be in school 8:20, and if there's like no meetings or anything, I like to be leaving school at 3:45 to 4 p.m. Like, I'm very focused on my work life balance. It's so important for me to have that balance, otherwise I'm not going to feel like a human being. And at the end of the day, I absolutely love teaching. Don't get me wrong. I love my children. I love my team. I love teaching, being in my own classroom setup. But that's only like one part of my life. There's so many other aspects to me. Like, yes, I am teacher share, but then there's personal share as well. And I feel like, you know, just with the recent situations with education, that head teacher called Ruth, who unfortunately took her life because of she was waiting on the report from Ofsted. And just, I don't think people understand how much teaching can affect our lives. It's very consuming. Yes, we have amazing holidays, but half of my holidays or more, I'm thinking about teaching. I'm thinking about my children. Are they okay? Are they safe? I'm thinking about planning for when I go back. I'm thinking, is it going to be enough? And let's not get it twisted. Like, let's be honest here. The world of teaching is very micromanaged. Any and everything you do is going to be picked up on. Like, someone will tell you they want something one way, you do it, and then they tell you they want it another way. And I kind of feel like that can be mentally exhausting. Like, after a day of teaching children, you have to deal with everything else that comes with it afterwards, and it's just so exhausting. And I have felt very exhausted. I think some of you saw on my Instagram that like around Christmas time or just after that, I can't really remember, that I was thinking of quitting teaching. And I don't think it's, you know, when people are like, oh, it will get better and stuff. Yeah, there are better days, but there's a lot of bad days too. And it can just be mentally exhausting. I remember there was one point where I was crying every day before going into school. And before I started teaching itself, like, I was not a crier. Like, I understand teaching is a very emotive job, but this is just, I felt like it was changing who I am personally, not just professionally. It was kind of like breaking down my own character, breaking down the part of me that's like not a teacher. I felt like it was kind of seeping into that, and I didn't like it very much. I didn't like who I was sort of becoming, and having to be a perfectionist all the time. Like, I was putting so much pressure on myself, let alone the school. And yeah, I just had to change that. And I think one way I did that was just by not posting videos. I've got so many videos of how exciting like the pgce is, my start to my ect year, but I kind of just, I didn't want to involve the bad stuff, even though it should be raw. Like, I would like people to see what they're getting into, but obviously this experience is fluid. It might be like this for me and completely different for someone else, but I just didn't want to be a sort of Debbie Downer, because I was having a lot of bad days. And don't get me wrong, like I said, there's been absolutely incredible days, but it has just been very hard for me to readjust to everything. Um, and I feel like only just now I have proper settled in. Um, Also, I just feel like the idea of support, everyone is going through their own thing. So I have an amazing community on Instagram. Like, I'm a part of an amazing community on Instagram, like the teaching community. But I feel like sometimes it can almost be romanticized how hard teaching is. Like, oh, you know those UCAS adverts, like, oh, you get up in the morning early to do this, like every lesson shapes a life. And it's just like, yeah, every lesson shapes my life as well. Like, if something's gone terribly wrong, not terribly wrong, but if something's gone wrong, I'm going to think about it when I've gone home. And I just feel like it's often romanticized on Instagram, like, oh, you know, with quotes, just like, oh, everyone has a bad day, but remember, you've made a child's life awesome. And I don't want to sound selfish, but what about my life as well? It's just a lot, and I really don't like that romanticization, if that's a word, of like how bad teaching can be sometimes, because it's no joke. People are out here taking their lives, as we've seen with that poor lady Ruth, like, rest in peace. But yeah, I am still being optimistic and stuff. Like, brighter days are here. That's kind of like ironic, since I just said, like, I hate those quotes, but I am feeling better about this last summer term, mainly because it's towards the end, and I have enjoyed seeing my children's progress. They've made so much progress. It's absolutely insane. Like, my children who were lowest when I started, they're in like mid groups now. It's absolutely incredible. That's what I do love about this job, but at the same time, there's just so much else that I don't like. I am going to continue teaching, because I feel like this year is about me finding my feet, so I'm going to give it another chance next year. But yeah, I am looking more, like, I am feeling more optimistic. I am going to try and film more as well, just so you get an idea of what's happening. But yeah, I just wanted to fill you in a little bit about how I'm feeling, why I haven't been filming so much. Please comment down below and let me know how you're doing, whether you're in your ECT year, PGC year, or just like deep into teaching. Just leave your comments below. And follow me on my teaching Instagram at miss.coolbeans. And hopefully I'll be back soon with more videos. Thank you for watching.